know what thing was recording, and I think some girl died. I think she got ran over.
And they were like,
and they were like, fuck, she deserves it. Whoa! How desensitized do you have to be?
Imagine people hearing this and thinking you are soft-pedaling Nick Fuentes. You are apologizing to Nick Fuentes.
Soft-pedaling Nick Fuentes. I'm trying to awaken people to killing of innocents in our midst, which we are not only encouraged to do, and I'm just saying, no, I'm not doing that. And Mike Huckabee are two of the main people making this moment possible, and President Trump. But Nick Fuentes is the problem? Okay. That's not a defense of Nick Fuentes. It's merely like a reality check for the rest of us. What are we doing?
Like, a lot of people are speaking about this now, and it's gone to every facet of society. I think society is just very comfortable killing Arabs. So, you know, part of that is from 9/11 and the campaign there. But another part of it is like when you think about the babies, that's dehumanizing. They haven't even had time to be like indoctrinated in any kind of ideology for you to feel okay with them and being nuked.
but in the future, they're going to become a problem. God damn. Exactly what the white people said when they try to nuke some cities in the States.
Yeah, that's how nuke the whole fucking area. Nuke this, nuke that. It's like, obviously a lot of it's hyperbole because of frustration, but some of it is also like some people, they don't really internalize what violence is, and because the people who are being affected don't matter to them, they're just like fucking nuke them. Sub IQ, whatever it is. And you can see with the way this woman was doing this interview, she never wanted to address the human element of the people that he was addressing. She would just walk right past it. What about the kids? What about babies? So I was in Germany, and it was such a good reminder. Yeah, but there were millions of people. And there was like this exhibit on the Holocaust. You know, it didn't start there. Yes, they're murdering them to, yeah, and good Lord. Like, and that's what makes these people look sick and actually fucking mentally deranged, is that they can just hand wave that shit off to talk about the suffering they think is more important. Oh, how could you deny this historical event? And look, don't get me wrong. Holocaust denial has huge implications in regards to probably how you view Jewish populations today. So it does matter. But the idea that you think that matters substantially more than what, it makes their concern seem so fucking empty. What's that saying? It's like when the worst person you know makes all the right points. You're like, damn, I gotta give it to him.
He was softening up a bit, Nick Fuentes there. I gotta agree to that. But goddamn, Lulu, shit.
There needs to be such a fucking Grand Canyon chasm between us talking about political talking heads and elected officials.
Yeah.
The people who funnel money to these organizations and millions of dollars. We need to stop doing that. You know, I remember when that Destiny thing happened, where the dude got shot up on stage, and I think they're trying to shoot Trump, and they shoot the guy in the back instead, and he died, and Destiny said something wild out of pop at the time.
Get the dude, the firefighter guy, Trump.
And everyone was like, how could you, Destiny? And at the time he made the point was like, the point he made was like, how the fuck are you guys gonna pearl clutch at what I say when you guys suck off Trump and never call him out for anything he says? And people would like get on these talking panels and they'll be like, Destiny, how could you say this one comment? And then you would rebut them by saying like, are you ever gonna condemn any of the violent shit that the fucking elected president of the great? And they're like, they would never. And it's true. Everyone watched this man say the most violent shit about this and wiping out these people and everything. And nobody ever dared to say anything about it. Well, Abba, it doesn't make it okay. I agree, but at some point we also have to be honest that you can't just look at one side and always expect them to have the right rhetoric, and then at the same time you're modeling grenades. It's like somebody spitting in your face, and then when you scowl at them, you're like, nigga, you spat in my face. Like, how you gonna sit there and then try to tell me I can't scowl? You gonna talk about dignity, but you won't talk about Ted Cruz? Huh? What? The fact that we hold comedians like Jimmy Kimmel to a higher standard than all these elected officials who get paid off
than the president.
And I'm telling you, it's an inconsistency that I can't look past. I will never take you seriously when you cry about Jimmy Kimmel if you're not gonna get up here and make all them videos about everything that the orange man said. Nah. So someone said, two wrongs don't make a right. Shut the fuck up. I'm telling you right now, if somebody was swinging on you all the time, and then you swing back, two wrongs, get fuck out of here, bro.
But that's not two wrongs, though.
That's like 10 wrongs on your side and 1 for me. And then you want to say that shit then.
Yep.
You should have said it when that nigga was swinging 9 times in a
The
row.
first time. The first time I
y'all
watched you,
bugging.
that's it. Yeah.
Y'all bugging with that rhetoric.
You
You have to own
guys
it.
are acting exactly like the teachers that I had back
Get
then.
the fuck out of here.
I always got in trouble when I retaliated because I'm like, yo, stop doing. I was trying to do the nice things. I got parents right because I had parents at home that they would whoop my ass if I defended myself. But at some point, something's gonna have to give. You know what I mean? And I'm the one that gets in trouble. Yeah, no, get back. 2 wrongs on man, shut the fuck up.
Peace is a beautiful thing, but sometimes, you know what I mean, you gotta go to war to get to peace. So you don't get there just by being like, oh guys, I'm gonna do no. Obviously you want diplomacy, you want people to have a more civil society. I don't like that word here. But I'm glad that a lot of these fucking liberal personalities are not gonna apologize anymore while the other side is just fucking saying all the most insane shit to other people. Fuck that. He orange, he a bitch. Oh, he got shot. Well, listen, he shouldn't have been there. I don't give a fuck. You. That's the energy people gotta bring. Because I'm telling y'all, these will spit in your face and wait for you to react and go,
How dare you?
that's what I think. That's what I think. Everybody can get it. I want everybody to lob them grenades. If they lob them grenades, you should lob them back until everybody gonna stop.
I just bought this wrecked Ferrari 812 Superman, and we're about to try and attempt to rebuild it in 24 hours. Everyone knows that the best cars come with a naturally aspirated V12 engine. So when Ferrari made the 812 Superfast and put a naturally aspirated V12 engine into it with over 800 horsepower, the car was on my radar. It's just relentless. 800 horsepower. But how do I get one cheaper than any other 812 listed on the internet? Answer? Copart's down. The car was crash damaged, but with only 9,000 miles on the clock. Take that in runs and drive, and the damage didn't look too bad. Well, I took the risk. Is it good? Just a bad. Oh, look at it, though.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. Look at it.
That looks well.
Did it start? I don't know, it didn't start.
Oh, I want to hear it.
I know one wheel. I don't think it's got oil in it. Okay, let's get it out. Ferrari was home. And looking a little worse for wear. This car is really nice. Manual adjusting seats. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I was really enjoying my new car, but our first problem is that we couldn't get it out of park. We didn't want to start the car up just yet until we were 100% sure it had oil in it. But to get the car into neutral, we had to go into the back to find the Ferrari toolkit and then lift up this part of the carpet, which will give us access to the gearbox, which is in the back of the car. You then slide this tool in, give it a twist, and it should put it into neutral. Then we could roll the 812 out. And as we got it out, things got a little worse.
Doesn't look as good on the front as it does the back. Has this all been pushed forward and then pulled up the lip?
Why do we avoid it, isn't it? In the intake? Oh, no.
Oh, rebuilding another engine.
How is it got? I don't understand how all of them got there. I think it's been upside down. Or stick. Could have been stick.
Yeah, if it went into the ditch and ditch was deep enough, it would be on its front and that.
Somehow, oil was in the intake. But it didn't look like the oil cooler had any damage to it. It only looks like there was damage to the cooling radiator. One thing we wanted to check is whether it even had oil in the car. So Ethan pulled out the dipstick and revealed milky oil. For the oil to look that milky, it must have mixed with some water. And the question is, how and why is there oil filled up in the intake? We started taking off the airbox to see how far the oil had gone down.
I don't understand that.
And it was all at the bottom of the air filter.
It's come out of the engine, isn't it? There's just oil at the bottom of that.
It's like it's gone like that, isn't it? I wonder whether it's like been pulled out of a ditch like that. It's like all the oil, but not the whole engine oil would come out. So the oil, instead of going in through there, it's actually come out of the engine. Why that's happened, we don't know. But it's not a good idea to try and turn it on until we're like clear. This is like a spark plug out job to really see what the situation is in there. So I think you need to get it inside, spark plug out, and have a look down the board to see if there's just oil sitting inside the cylinder. Well, what we thought was going to be a rebuild might be an engine rebuild. Oh no. That has to be our main priority at the minute. Even though there's a lot of cosmetic damage, we need to see if this engine works.
As if this is just 6 people.
Keep standing there, God, so yeah, keep it going.
Come on guys, you can do it.
So we're going to push the 812 in and inspect the engine further to make sure we don't have to rebuild it. Oh, no. That looks like water. Smell. Is that water?
8, 9, 10,
Engine very bad.
12,
That looks like a flood.
14,
That looks like a flood damage.
15,
How was it? How was it crushed like this full of water?
18, 19,
Oh, that is not.
20, 21,
It didn't say flood damage.
24,
It said fire extinguisher. You think that when it's water, it would. You would be like
30,
the worrying thing is that on the co-pilot listing, it stated that it runs and drives,
34,
and it also says
35,
possible mechanical
36,
damage, oil
37,
and water leaking from the
38,
engine. And it also says
39,
fire extinguisher power under the
41,
bonnet. I'm not sure that
42,
if there is
43,
oil or water
44,
inside the cylinders and we try and start this car,
56,
the piston will try and compress
57,
that oil and water, and if it
48,
tries to do that, it can
49,
bend the conrod, causing the
50.
engine to seize. So we need to make sure that each one of these cylinders is clear of oil and water before we try and start it. So now we're taking out each spark plug so we can put a camera down there to find out. Right, we think this is the best way to get to the spark plug. So down this side avenue, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got to take all of them out because it could just be oil in one cylinder, so we can't take the risk. First one, see how we do it. To get the spark plug out, first we've got to unplug the coil pack and then remove it from the top of the spark plug. Then we put the socket down there and start undoing the spark plug. Once it comes out, we inspect it. Not bad. Well, then we can put it in the cylinder. That one looks alright. There's no sludge. So far, so good. And the house will be the same on the other side. But nothing really looks untoward. All the cylinders look good so far. We then had to do every cylinder. Remember, there's 12 on this car. But every time we took a spark plug out, everything seemed normal. It's right at the top. There's sludge in there. We continued to do every single one, but everyone had the same result. All the spark plugs looked normal.
18 seconds.
No oil or water were in the cylinders.
18
Which
seconds.
is good news. Put it all back together. Just crank it like solder balls. Whoa! Dum, dum, dum. Soldier boy up in there. Oh! Raz them spark plugs back in. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's all back together. And before we start repairing anything, you obviously want to know whether it starts or not. If it doesn't start, we know that we need to take the engine out and work out what the problem is, because we look through the spot. The only reason why it wouldn't start is if the bottom end's gone, but it would start, it just sound a bit rattling. Under here, actually here, and oh, there's a little bit. But here's minimum, up here, and we're down here. So maybe, I know you're supposed to check these when they're warm, so for safety, put small in it. Now we do run the risk of overfilling the oil here, but I'm only going to put in a little bit, just for peace of mind when we start it. So in goes a drop of Valvoline. Yeah.
So you think it's gonna go?
Yeah. Right, here we go then. And it's time to see if it'll start. The engine was running, but something sounded a little weird. Why is just diarrhea everywhere? Got water in the engine, isn't it? In the oil. Why is it diarrhea out of that? So it's got a bit of water in the oil. It ran though. What, to run it again? I'll still a bit of water burn it.
Sleepy engine.
Don't rev it. What's happened there? Diarrhea. Oh my god. Yeah. It tipped forward, didn't it? It's got to have tipped up. Well, the good news is that the engine rubbed, so it's over. The bad news, it looks like milky oil is coming out what I think is the PCV valve. Recirculate gas coming out the crankcase. When an explosion happens in the combustion chamber, sometimes you get a bit of gas that blow past the piston rings and this PCV system which takes the gases out of the crankcase and sort of recirculates them back into the intake. Now the only reason oil will be getting in here is if one, the engine was sort of tipped upside down, or the oil was overfilled. Both of which are possible. The only way to try and prove this theory right is just to drain all of the oil out and refill the correct amount and run the car until all of the breather lines for the PCV are nice and clear again. So that's what we're doing now. There's two things you've seen in there. One, the oil cooler here. The cooler looks okay, but the pipe is squished. It's causing unnecessary oil pressure, stopping the oil from returning back to the tank, possibly. When we run it again, to have that knocking, this cooler is meant to be over here. You can see, look, this thing is meant to be there. So we're going to try and wedge that forward, and whilst we're wedging that forward, I'm going to drain the oil out of the oil tank here. This is going to be fun and messy. And oil definitely shouldn't look that colour. It looks like it's forming caramel syrup out of the engine. And next up, the oil filter. For some reason, the oil is mixed with the water. And this also could be a possibility of why the oil is overfilled. It could just be filled up with water, pushing it into the PCV system. What we're going to do is put everything back in now with the correct oil, without the oil filter because it's a wash up. And then we're going to run it all through again and see if we're okay. Here we go. So we're going to put everything back together, run some clean oil through it, and then see if the car runs it. But judging from how bad it could take a few cycles of oil to clean it all out. So let's see what happens now after we've unhooked those oil lines. Let's see what happens now. with a cooler or something like a head gasket, mix for the oil. But judging by the fact there is no coolant in this car because the radiator is completely broken at the front, we might be alright. So I have no idea how the water got in there in the first place. I guess that'll be a mystery for now. 2 months later, and we're in this situation. But we think I've ordered all the parts needed to rebuild this, and in 24 hours worth of labour time. This is going to be the hardest one we've ever tried to do yet. Hopefully we get a complete transformation, but those 24 hours start now. Off we go! Okay, first things first, let's get off all the damaged parts. I'm going to start off by removing the bonnet. Now, we've got much better access to everything underneath it. Out comes the headlight and the other headlight as well. Both of these are damaged. So we're going to have to order a pair of those. And there's still plenty more damage we need to get through. And it looks like this car's been repaired before. At least part of it. There's a bit of filler in the wing. What's left of the bumper has come off. And then behind, we've got some kind of like structure. And we've got Ferrari's amazing welding. We're really familiar with that welding now. And I would feel comfortable in probably repairing that. And my welds might be okay. But obviously it's TIG welding. I don't have a TIG welder. So we're going to have to call Bob in. Which I think will come through tomorrow. Also, this bar here, I'm just looking at it. That looks like it could have a bit of bend on it. Or it could be broken, couldn't it? So that looks like it's riveted and welded. Classic Ferrari. They just wanted it to be extra strong, so they riveted it, welded it, and then sometimes they had a bolt in as well. Never mind. Let's continue to get all this front end off until we get to a point where there's no more broken things. Come on. Next up, the broken panel on the front. I'm hoping once I take this off, I might be able to access the radiators behind it and work out which ones are damaged and which ones aren't. Feels like double trouble because this looks like it's broken as well. I've got a feeling I've ordered these. I've got a feeling, but also here, broken as well. Ferrari's welds. I think you could breathe on it, in my opinion, and it would fall off. We're getting there. We're getting to the radiators. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. 296. Loads of them. I don't know what to do, but there's some kind of communication, isn't there? What I don't want to do is unplug them and then mix up the plugs up. So I might just disconnect these and leave them all plugged in and then pour them over the top and pull out this broken fiberglass or carbon fiber panel. On this panel here are the engine ECUs, which are effectively the computers for the engine. Usually on a V8 they have one for each side. This other computer I'm guessing is for the tyre pressure monitoring system, and the rest is just a mystery. The air filters are now coming out and the air filter housing, and now we can see the radiator damage. It looks like quite a lot. Oh yeah, look, MC Perry. Whilst we're doing all this, the car is ticking down fairly quick. So once we figured out that there was no gas left in the aircon system, we can remove the aircon radiator, and then behind it is the actual radiator for the engine, which is also damaged. So both of these have got to come off. Front end is off, but we found some more damage, which ain't good. So this leg here, I don't think we can push back. I think that's creeping. I think I've ordered give it a bit of a pull, bit of a bend, and just kind of get it back. Yeah, look, the same thing's happened here on this leg. It's gone that way, isn't it? It would be crazy to replace this whole leg because of that little crease there. So I think, I reckon, I'll be probably happy for it as well when he comes to kind of manipulate it back. I'm just checking. These welds look okay. Now, if it was the insurance, anything with damage on it would need to be replaced like for like. But as long as it's safe, I'm happy for us to do it all, which also saves a bit of cash. Next step, I'm removing the door so we can access the wing. But this door's also damaged, so it will need to be replaced. Ah! This ain't the right door! Oh my god! With that door out the hold the front wing on, or fender if you're American. A few on the side and a few underneath, and then the ones along the top. But we're not going to pull that off just yet. So we're going to do the exact same on the other side. Some of you might be watching thinking, why are we trying to do this in 24 hours? Well, rather than trying to do it in 24 hours, it's more of a timer to see how long it takes. As I think 24 hours worth of labour is quite a lot, but this one is definitely going to be the most challenging one we've done. And with the modifications that I've got planned for it as well, it could take this labour time over the 24 hours. Now I'm removing the carbon fibre Ferrari side sills so I can access the bolts to remove the side skirt. Once the side skirt's off, I can now access the bolts for the front wing on the left hand side. Once they're all out, I can remove it away from the car. To reveal a bit more damage. 21 hours remaining, so I've not fixed anything yet. But I'm going to go in the interior now because I've got Liam to help me. He's going to do the same as what I've done on this side, on that side. And I'm going to take out the seats first, so I've got room to get round. And then I'm going to take out these seat belts so I can send them to the airbag team because they are locked out, which usually happens when the airbags blow off. So, locked out, send the console out, plug in the airbag module, dashboard out. Let's keep going. So whilst I crack on with the interior, Liam's continuing on with removing the front wing on the right hand side of the car. Now, because all the airbags are deployed on the inside of this, there's a lot of repairing I need to do. And first step is removing the seat. 4 bolts which are holding it in, and once they're undone, lift the seat up, disconnect the electrical connection, and pull the seat out of the car. Why is there half a ditch inside the car under the seat? How's that happened? And this button here, it's not the ejector sealer one, that's the emergency one. So when you have a crash, that pops up to cut the fuel off. And clearly, somebody's already pushed it back down after the accident to get the car started, as we wouldn't have got it going. Right, next step, that seat. Then I think the airbag module will be underneath here, because what was that is not changing. Liam's still cracking away and getting that front wing off, and before I carry on with the inside, I've got to unbolt the seatbelt which is anchored to the seat. So there's still a lot to take off for me to access the actual full mechanism of the seatbelt. Next up, the driver's seat comes out, which reveals more of the ditch which looks like they crashed into, probably with the windows down. And before I continue any further, I'm going to clean up some of those sticks. And it's looking pretty good. Right, Liam's got all of this side off, which is good, but that's unveiled more damage, which we weren't hoping for. Like this quarter here, that is a big dent in here. It's quite difficult to see, but you can actually feel the dent. It feels like, I think what's happened is it's been pulled down, and because that's been pulled